Welcome to the presentation of Clip-ERP production support system. We will try to present you this compound system in around half an hour or a bit more. Let's begin with the main file structure. We have in the file menu a similar structure of functionalities as we know in Windows systems. We will have a management menu, which is the main menu for daily use. We have a search menu where we can search data following different criteria. In each type of document we have a complex criteria lists to use. We have anomalies. Anomalies are feedback from how we use the system. These feedbacks are not always blocking the use of our data, but they can alert us about bad use of work processes. We have also a messenger to make possible the message exchange between Clip-ERP workstations. We have expert module. This is a BI module which is based on SAP Business Object. We have EDI for exchange with other systems, and Pocket PC Stock. This is a mobile application possibility during with Clip-ERP. So the system has, as on other systems, basic data. We have basic data which can be or which are used in daily work. So you have customers, suppliers, and departments, also a small CRM system. Sorry. In customers and other third parties, you have the possibility to register a lot of data. You can also use the communication language, which will be automatically printed in the documents. We have also basic data which are for system parameters. So at this level, this level is for, let's say, the first parameters, the first time parameters, and some of them also can be useful after the beginning. For example, financial parameters, where you can register payment methods. Also, a language can be set for printings. And you have other type of basic data as classification, type of actions, blocking type, function codes, third-party parameters, quality data, basic data, authorization management, which is the same structure, which has the same structure as Windows. So you have users, you have in Clip-ERP it's called category, which is in Windows groups. So first we add users, then add a password to the user, we create the rights for categories, and users are attached to the categories. So this is a very big list actually. You have a lot of personalization possibility. This list is now has now about 736 lines or options where you can set up your system for your own company. We have also printing parameters where you have the possibility for the base printings to set up for your own needs, and you have also general setups which concerns all type of documents. You have global parameters, reply parameters. Reply parameters are very interesting because at this phase or in this function you can put some questions. You can set up some answers in automatic, so you can accelerate the work for the operators and accelerate the work process in general. For in basic data, we also have the clock-in, clock-out parameters, accounting parameters, and let's talk about calendar parameters, which contains the shifts, the number of shifts the company is working, and these shifts, all these shifts can be attached to the cost centers, which are which represents the workstations or machines or machine groups. So before taking an overview or a short review of standard products technical parameters, let's talk about these cost centers. So cost centers, as we can see here, are codified. We have a designation. We can attach sections. We can put the load of this cost center by day. So the maximum hours to set up is free here, to say that we are working in 3 shifts. So free time 8 hours. We can put here the number of the same workstations or machines, and to let's say to be in reality, we can put here the percentage of freer work time. As we know, nobody works at every second of his work time, and if we don't take this in account, we will have anomalies in load capacity load calculations. So here we can attach the cost center calendar, so we can say by every workstations or machines which day, how many shifts, and with this we will be able to calculate the exact load for the next periods, days, weeks, months, or a whole year. So we have quotations. Simplified quotations are used to just make a quotation for something which are not so important, but we want to reply something. We don't want to make deep calculations. And we also have the detailed quotation, where we have a headline of the quotation and we have a technical dossier of quotations, which means that we can register the phases, so the production routing, and we can also register the bill of material, which is called purchasing BOM. And this we can do for several number of lines depending on the product complexity, and we can have also a fast review about what we set up already and where we have material or raw material needs, and what we have to do, which are the cost centers where we have to work, the time for each, the planned time of each cost centers, and also we have possibility to register a control cost center. So the structure, like production routing and purchasing BOM, is the same at each step of the system, which means that we have this also in standard products which can be called also returning products or serial products. So we can previously register for products details, products routing and products purchasing BOM before working, or normally during the work also. And if we have an order, a client order, which needs the same product, we will not have to re-enter all these details for the order registry. We also have the same structure in job technical dossier, where we have the same data. We can attach at each level, let's say at each phase, we can attach documents, as many as we want. We can very fast call back the documents by clicking on the eye in red. The document can come from anywhere, so from scanning, from emails, from other directories, and it can open all type of document which has an application attached under Windows. So for I always call it the step 0. So quotation is not always is not mandatory, and it is not always used. But what is mandatory is the customer order, because everything is based on customer needs, on customer requests. When we register a customer request, we have an automatic number in red, which is called job number. This job number is unique during the system use or on the installed database. So this is somehow a quality number also, or we can also call it as process ID, not only job number. But if we know at all steps of the system functions, we know at this job number, we can have all the data attached to it. So here also we can register payments, remarks, and we can attach as many documents as we need. For we have in jobs the possibility to check also the execution state of this process, of the processes or job numbers, as we talked about. So let's enter an example. Doesn't exist. So we can choose, after entering the job number, we can choose the line. After choosing the line, so the piece, we will have a detail by workstations or cost centers where we are with this work. We have also an advanced indicator where we could have some details if some clock-in were also made. So as we can see, for example, on this screen, we lightly, let's say lightly, overpassed the planned time. So ready time is a bit more, which is in red. But this work is 100% finished. We can, after entering the client order, we can make requirement planning. We can do this also from customer orders by calling the job, then OK, and we can click on order materials resource planning. So it will open us the same screen, and for this screen we can enter the number of the job and start the calculation. For each lines, following the setup of stock articles, so articles stored in warehouses, like here, like procurement quantity, replenishment time, we have by sites, we have quantity related informations. It will say us what we have to do or what we should do, because it's only a proposition by the system following the setup we made previously. So at this step we see which are the lines called junctions. These are or products or semi-finished products which have to be done, and the bill of material, which contains or the raw material or any kind of material we have to use, and can also contain a subcontractor need. So it is managed, the subcontractor needs are managed the same way as material needs in bill of materials. So if this calculation is made, we will have the possibility to generate purchases. After generating purchases, we have we need to receive supplier deliveries, so with the delivery note, and from delivery note we can receive supplier invoice. This is very important to know, that if a data is already entered in the system, we normally don't need to re-enter it. Only during the process, during the work process or the flow process, we only need to touch to it if there is a change. So firstly we created client order, then we made a requirement planning. From requirement planning we generated purchases automatically. From purchases, with purchases we receive supplier deliveries, and from supplier delivery notes we can make, or we can register easily supplier invoices. Let's talk to the next step. So the first steps we saw how we can arrive to the real work at our site. When the work are distributed in the to the operators, which can be made from planning, which can be done from this point. So we have here the possibility to plan all the existing and running jobs, how we can make the difference about job done or job to do. We have a state for every jobs, which are quotations, ordered, in manufacturing, suspended, finished, and closed. So normally if we suspend, finish, or close a job, they are not taken in account during the load or charge calculations, which helps you to filter out what we don't need to care about anymore. At this point, we have also for works, which is called work distribution, a Gantt presentation of this, of the load, of the charge. So let's see for this case. So we have colors for each work. We can see the charge or the load for by week, but we can set it by day or by hours. All modifications are possible in this graphic, in this Gantt, but all modifications will be taken in account only when the planning is run again. So it is not dynamically recalculated. We have to rerun the planning calculations. So we have this possibility for distributions, and before arriving to this step, we also have a very performant, very interesting possibility, which is called attendance tracking. No, this is for monitors. Production control, which is coming from planning calculations, and we can see by cost centers all the planned phases by works in order, and the next phases to do, and also above we can have a short view, an overview of the phases which are already in production. So this is very useful, as we can launch the screen on multiple screens, so in different sites or different workstations, and by using the refresh button we have exactly the same status as on the other screens. So we will be synchronized. Okay, for clock-in we have a clock-in station. The clock-in station is optimized for touch screens. So if you need, you don't have, or if you want, you don't have to put mouses or other things for the operators. Just only a touch screen, which can resist to the environment, and the operator can use this screen. We have also more simple screen all these screen can be filled or can be fed by a very practical way, which is the barcode. So you have barcode for all local production steps, local cost centers. For subcontractors, you don't have a barcode because you don't care about the time he really passes on the task. The contract is made in money. So you have for local tasks everywhere a barcode, and you can have also a barcode printed for each operator. So when you enter to the work process or clocking screen, you can also read the employee ID from barcode, and you can also read the work process barcode, work process line code from barcode, and you can easily set up the or enter the actual state of each work steps. So we have after entering this, the times for the full follow-up, so intermediate stockage places, or let's call them intermediate locations, intermediate operation locations, which can be entered following the structure or following the needs. We can also attach, if required, a plan for the warehouse. This can be main warehouse, this can be semi-finished warehouse or store. You have the possibility to register unlimited number of stores, and it can be a final warehouse or intermediate operation location. When finishing a step or suspending a step, you have the possibility to set up the system to put these location details. To see the location details, you can go to execution state to enter some job number, and if the locations are managed, you will have the detail in location column. When the product is finished, you have the possibility to make an internal delivery, a final delivery for the finished product. After you have you can create the delivery note for the clients. You can create the invoice for the clients, and so on. But you also have the possibility, as I heard from previous needs, you can also, it is also possible to make requirement distribution to the, for example, for the forklift operator. The system has all the data for it. It can be, this functionality can be added to the system after a precise specification. just to know. Okay, so we can have also analyze loads just for one job. Let's see for this kind of this job, where we can see the job number is everywhere the same. We have different cost centers. We can see it also in Gantt presentation. We can make summarizing on different type of data, and we have also the plan of needs in capacity, which is view planning. So if we choose a period for in the system, this time it is for a month, we can click. We should click on OK, and we can see for the customer by jobs. We can see the bottlenecks by day of the month. For day of the month, you can see the bottlenecks in red. After the bottlenecks are detected, we can reset, or as we saw, our calendars, or put in work more workstations or more operators, and so on. So let's just say something about quality management. For quality management, it is very important to know that for each articles we have the possibility, or you have the possibility, to manage them as classified products or classified article, which is similar to LOT number. But this is an internal management of LOT. It has the reason why it is called differently. And due to this possibility, you can have a full tracking of the products and every material or article or raw materials you buy from suppliers. So this is a full quality control. You have also control instruments, so when you control sizes and other type of parameters, you can manage their calibration, scheduling them. You have non-conformance data sheet and a lot of other the informations. And you also have here important statistic from work plannings. So you can this way we are just a bit far. Let's use the planning. Okay, this is not let's say for the week product validity expired. Sorry, but this date I don't have details about product expiring information. So let's see other quality management, analyze deadlines, which is very important. So we can say deadlines for this for current week, last week, current month. And after clicking on OK, we have the details, and we have the difference in days for each job numbers, difference in work days, minimal differences, and the real difference, or the absolute difference. And we can make summarization for following several criteria also. We have, so we already saw the big view of Gantt for all jobs planning or charges. We also saw the planning for one job. We saw how to track, or how to dispatch the jobs for the operators. We have also in the system production resource management, which is related, this is MRP2, which is related to serial products. And we also have, let's just talk fast about financial inquiries or statistics. We have the possibility to see during the production the results of one job, several jobs, a whole order. So here we have the this job is not yet launched. So let's go back a bit to a job which is already in work, put in work. So this one is interesting. So we have all details. So we have the quotation line, the planned cost, this is the order level, the real cost, which is coming from the data is coming from clock-in and the material use. And we also have, let's see here, so the real cost for material. If you want to see the details, we can click on it, double click, and we have the details. We'll try to find a more detailed order. Okay, so we have stock takeouts, we have the prices, we have the same if we have clock-in, so we can see who, when, and the time of the used for the work. We can fast see the status of the jobs. We have financial analysis with summary. We have also a schedule delivery, which is very important. Let's see what we have for current months. Okay, so we have deadlines which are just over, so we are a bit late with some deliveries, as we can see in red. Okay, so we just saw the main data registry structure. I just show you some, and really a very small number of possibilities of inquiries. You have more than 500 output inquiry output in the system, which can be modified, which can be personalized, which are standard inquiries and can be personalized, modified. And you have also the possibility to make your own forms, queries, and reports with forms and query application, which is a very user-friendly application. It is part of the Clip-ERP production support system. I will just show you very fast what kind of document you can create following your needs. The application uses wizards, but you can start from zero and make at your own will, and you can make combined inquiries, forms. So you can use first for the main data the wizard, and next step you can put precisions in codes with codes. So if we say new status, you have, as I said, you can start from zero. Blank report, tables, 3 view tables, mailing, report based on form, cross tab, organizer and scheduler, label, multi-column report, composite report. So normally you can create what you want. It's only about the fantasy of the users. So I think we already passed the planned time, but it's true that I didn't fix it really. We have the system has a lot of functions. I just wanted to give you first impression of what the system is capable. It is you have to that Clip-ERP has, let's say satellite applications which are already interfaced with Clip-ERP, which completes Clip-ERP with even more details, functionalities. And Clip-ERP has everything, every connection way for communicating with any other type of app or type on and of application. So it is very easy to integrate in big company environments too. So thank you for your attention, and hope it was not too complicated how I tried to explain this or to give you a short review. I will hope this presentation gave you enough information to use it or to choose it. Thank you again.